Once more. 23rd. And it's an extremely grey day. So today's painting is going to be identical to yesterday's painting. Today I'll show you that in a minute. But today I'm hanging up the little knitted Christmas pudding. And that's because I actually was super late at making mine, and it's actually steaming away this morning. And luckily it's a recipe that's not needing particularly to be kept for months and months. My old-fashioned recipe that my mum did used to make two. You used one straight away and the next one got kept for the following winter. And I think a lot of people still do that. They make their pudding one year for the following year. But I discovered a recipe a few years ago that's absolutely gorgeous, and you can even do it the day before. And so that's the one I'm using this year. And it's a bit more modern in that, for over here anyway, because it has cranberries and pecans in it. Of course, they wouldn't have been available back in the day. Anyway, Christmas pudding going up. And 23 is right over here. There we are. And the pudding is going here. I actually moved the little Henny Penny, I moved her up to the top with ladders last night because I can't be bothered with the ladders on camera anymore. So the pudding's gone a bit further down. Maybe I should just fill the top ones in when I'm doing the first bits. That would probably be easier. I just don't do it usually. Anyway, camera's coming back to the middle. So I can show you yesterday's. I mean, there's hardly any difference from the white paper, and today's is going to be identical. Just such thick cloud cover, you don't even see any difference of where the sun, I know exactly where the sun's rising because my house faces sort of eastwards. That's what I see, that's the scene that I see out of my bedroom window. So it's so thick cloud, you don't see anything, you just see a general lightening of the sky that then stops at half light. And it'll be half light all day today, I would imagine. Unless all of a sudden we have the sun burning the clouds away, but I can't see it. It's just like yesterday and probably like tomorrow. Well, I did have a very lovely day yesterday. Just, my camera a little bit funny angle. There we go. Just adjust you there. I did the last of my shopping that I needed to get. Not a huge amount of stuff, but you know, bits and pieces of the fresh things that maybe I needed. And I had to pick up my Christmas beef, which will be a lovely slow roast. So that's now in the fridge and waiting to be prepared tomorrow. And the afternoon, I think my memory is just selective now. When I said yesterday I hadn't got a clue what I'd done, it's because I spent the whole afternoon preparing that video of whatever I'd done, sort of getting it edited and everything. That's what had taken my time up. Yesterday wasn't like that. I mean, yeah, that was the day before. Yesterday wasn't like that though. Yesterday was shopping, was doing the video, then going shopping, then I think I was cooking in the kitchen, and then I went to my brother's for a nice dinner. My brother and his wife did a lovely dinner. We played games. Wendy was there, Naomi came along, and we had a really lovely time, and it was very nice. And we weren't late coming back. Maybe we got back home for about 10:30, I think. I think it was about 10:30 by the time I got back home. But it was lovely. Actually, I don't see my brother that often. We should see more of him really, because we all get on. It's just he works really hard, busy. I don't go out that much. It's just one of them things really, but we always have a thoroughly pleasant and lovely time when we're there. So we had a lovely evening. That was good. Anyway, I've got one last poem, the last poem we're going to get, because there won't be any poetry or facts tomorrow. Actually, I've got no facts today either. I've just got a poem. And this poem is quite famous. You probably all have heard of it or know lines of it, but it's still lovely, and I thought it was a nice one to do. And I did read that people interpret this in all sorts of quite dark ways. However, the poet himself said that it was just exactly what it was, and there was no darker interpretation to be made on it. So I hope you just take it as what it is, which is what he meant. And you'll know exactly what it is when I say it's by Robert Frost, and it's Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. And I sort of chose this because in the UK we're always thinking, oh, white Christmas, snowy Christmas. For some reason we all want snow for Christmas, me included. It's like, if you think it's magical if there's snow on Christmas Day, but our forecast is definitely saying we won't be cold enough for snow. So I thought we'll have the snow in the poem instead. So here we go. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there's some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I do think it's beautiful, and it's a lovely evocation of just going home, maybe through some crisp snow and the night is dark, and I think it's a beautiful poem, and I'm taking it just as it is, at face value, without any other deeper interpretation, because I think that's what Robert Frost wanted. I'll be going out just now to gather more of the greenery from my garden for tomorrow's mantelpiece decoration, and in fact quite often I don't take this down until Christmas Eve morning, but I might just clear it off today and give myself a head start. We'll see. It's quite nice to have all the little reindeer on when the fire's on tonight, so yeah, I'll just see what happens. But I'm going to go and forage my garden this morning for some dogwood and some cotoneaster berries, because I've got lots of them, and maybe the odd Christmas rose, which I can, if I put in a little vase and hide among the greenery, I think will be fine with the heat, as long as I don't put it right on the edge. I'm hoping that would be fine. And so I can get dogwood from the front, from the midwinter fire one, and I've got a darker one in the back, and I've also got the elegantissima, which is the red stems. So I think between them I'll get enough to bring in to do the mantelpiece, and so I'm looking forward to doing that tomorrow. And then that's it. My Christmas will be ready. In fact, by tonight, everything should be ready and done. And then Christmas Eve is just me enjoying myself. Doing the mantelpiece, doing anything I need to finish off. The jumper is still got a little ways to go. So maybe this afternoon, after I've done all my bits, I'm just going to settle myself down with the fire and crack away at the knitting, because then it'll still need blocking. I can block it on Christmas Eve. That would be quite... that would be helpful. If I'm still knitting tomorrow, yeah, I'm hoping I'll be finished. So, no bird facts. It was actually National Robin Day yesterday, I think. And I didn't find that out until this morning. I could have done more about the robins. I must paint a robin, actually. In fact, I think I will. after Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I'm going to sit down with some paints and do some proper practicing. I haven't really done much since I came back from visiting Naomi in Paris. It's just been on the go all the time, and I'm just looking forward to just a bit of calm and just enjoying whatever comes my way. So I don't really think there's anything I can show you or do. I nearly was doing a tour of the sewing room, which is tidy, but you know, I've done that on the channel before. I don't think you really need to just see my sewing table, which you see on my sewing things all the time. So I thought that wasn't really something that was interesting enough. And with that, I think I've maybe said enough. So I think I'll just say bye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow for the very last of my Advent diaries. Happy preparing, everyone.